നമസ്തേ. നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഉള്ളത് നെതർലാൻഡ്സിലാണ്. ഇവിടെ വളരെ വിശേഷപ്പെട്ട ഒരു വ്യക്തിത്വത്തിനെയാണ് ഇന്ന് തത്വമയി പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തുന്നത്. കേരളത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഏത് ദുരിതത്തിലും ഏത് ദുഃഖത്തിലും നമുക്കൊക്കെ അറിയാം സേവാഭാരതി എന്ന ഒരു പ്രസ്ഥാനം എല്ലാവരുടെയും മുമ്പിലുണ്ട്. പ്രളയം ഉൾപ്പെടെ പല കാര്യങ്ങളിലും നമ്മളത് കണ്ടതാണ്, എന്നും കണ്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നതാണ്. ഇതേപോലെ തന്നെ സമാനമായിട്ടുള്ള അന്താരാഷ്ട്ര ലെവലിലുള്ള സേവ ഇൻ്റർനാഷണൽ എന്നുള്ള ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസേഷനുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ ഗ്ലോബൽ കോർഡിനേറ്ററായിട്ടുള്ള ശ്രീ ശ്യാംജി പരാണ്ടെയാണ് നമ്മോടൊപ്പം ഇന്ന് ചേരുന്നത്. അദ്ദേഹത്തോട് നമുക്ക് ചോദിച്ചറിയാം അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ വിശേഷങ്ങൾ. ശ്യാംജി, നമസ്തേ.
Namaste.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Ratish ji, and I appreciate that I'm talking to Tatwamayi, the TV channel, and I appreciate I being in Amsterdam right now and wish to talk to you. Come on, go ahead.
Thank you. So I know you have been to many parts of Europe even before also, but if I may ask, what is a very specific agenda of your visit at this time?
Firstly, during the Ukraine crisis and the earthquake in Turkey, our volunteers from Europe did a marvelous job in saving lives and helping people. So I wanted to appreciate that, meet the volunteers, thank them that they have done a marvelous job. That's why I'm here for first. And secondly, I regularly visit countries, meet the groups, meet the diaspora, and motivate them to serve locally as well as serve registered, well-meaning organizations in Bharat. So this is the twin purpose that I am here with. I introduce good activities in Bharat, happening in Bharat, to the diaspora outside India. And of course, they keep supporting those organizations wholeheartedly. But beyond that, serving locally is a mantra that the diaspora has to adapt to. Because Indian diaspora is the most vibrant diaspora, upwards moving diaspora. Wherever they go, they succeed. And they succeed in all walks of life. They have never failed. Or even if they fail, they rise again. So it's like that the Indians outside India are culturally very affable. This is a non-conflicting culture. Wherever they go, they adjust to the local culture, they live with the local people, they enrich the local society with their cultural contribution and also learn from the local cultures. So it's a cultural exchange that's happening. But beyond that, because of the success and the wealth they amass, it's always open to envy. Because the growth of the Indian diaspora outside Bharat is higher. Will have to exert a little more beyond paying taxes. They'll have to contribute to the local development. Every society world over, in whichever country, however mighty a country be, however prosperous a country be, has problems and challenges, and how our diaspora can help them out or serve them. Like in disasters, we are the first responders in many disasters. Our volunteers reach out to the people and start serving in Bharat as well as outside Bharat. So that's what I really appreciate, that the diaspora has to adapt to this new image making, which will be successful diaspora, vibrant diaspora, prosperous diaspora, upward moving diaspora, together with a benevolent diaspora that serves one and all, doesn't discriminate or differentiate between a caste and a caste, religion and a religion, nationality and nationality. Wherever we are there, we need to serve. That's the mantra I promote.
I see the reflection of that in every moment of time, be it Ukraine war or anywhere. We integrate with the society, we serve the society, we contribute back. So can you share some of the information about the future projects of Sewa International?
You see, some of the countries where this movement has started much earlier than what we are started in Europe, like in USA, like in UK, like in Canada, like in Australia, and even in countries where international movements are not allowed, our volunteers keep serving in a big way. And in USA, the federal government and the Red Cross USA seek our volunteers' assistance in educating the students from downtown. The students who struggle with their education in the developed countries are helped by Indian volunteers who are like IT professionals, who are like doctors, engineers, chartered accountants, and lawyers based in those countries. But they help with the education because we can teach science and mathematics better than anybody else. So that's how this is being appreciated. And secondly, like during the corona, we raised good amount of money and good amount of an image that helps Indian diaspora, because wherever they be, Indian diaspora tried to serve locally also in a big way. So that happened. Looking to the future, I see in many countries there is a movement amongst the diaspora, like in African countries and Kenya and South Africa, we are helping the students' education in a big way. So we are promoting a scheme called Sponsor a Child, where we will support the education of a student from 5th to 10th, whichever country they are in Africa's, in India, in other Asian countries, wherever there is a need, like in Sri Lanka, like in Bangladesh, like in Nepal, we will help and we are planning to do that. And we are also creating partnerships with international NGOs who wish to work with us to better the lives of education of the students and lives of the farmers. India being an agrarian country and a society, our farming experts, our agricultural experts, in many countries, they can help the farmers to grow better harvest and qualitative harvest and organic, because organic farming has picked up in Bharat, and that can be promoted globally. So these are the certain things that we are looking at. One is health, the Indian doctors working globally. So medics for Seva. The second is sponsor a child for education. And the third is the agricultural empowerment of the people world over, wherever there is a need. So these are the prospectus. Beyond that, our our branding is, we are prepared, ready for selfless service. That's our motto. And we promote volunteering. So during the disasters, we are the first to be called in, and we do that globally.
Indeed, Sewa hi Paramo Dharma, right? And you just mentioned about diaspora. And I would like to ask, how does the diaspora, if you look in Netherlands, you are in Netherlands now, there is a big Surinamese community, part of the Indian diaspora, dated back to maybe 6th generation or so. Likewise, in many countries in Africa or in Thailand, many countries we do have a larger diaspora beyond being Indians, right? How is the overall response from Indian diaspora globally?
That's great going on. Like in Trinidad, during the corona, supported by the local Indian High Commission, we could vaccinate 20% of the population. That's huge for a small country, small population, of course. But then, having so many volunteers and they serving or vaccinating all communities, irrespective of religion and their origin. Like there is African diaspora, there is Indian diaspora, and within Indian diaspora, there are many types of people. The diversity reflected into diaspora, we served in a big way. So there is a support from the diaspora. Like in Africa, in Kenya, we are experimenting with the Kenyan people and the students, where our people, the diaspora people, go into far off villages, build the schools, If the schools exist there, we support the education of the students by providing them the school kits or their scholarships or good books, reading books, and then even conduct moral classes. That their life should be better. And how can it be? Because we in India have a dharma based culture. It's easy to pass on the value system to the local people without religious conversions. So that's the bottom line. We don't change anybody. We try to empower the local societies, enrich the local cultures by our own value system while we receive their cultural values and learn them by heart.
It's indeed very inspiring, beyond the religion or the nationality boundaries of gender or anything, the kind of work that Sewa International is doing. And as it reminds me of our Vedic chanting, earned by 100 hands, but donate by 1,000 hands. I think that really resonates with the work that Sewa International is doing. And thank you so much in your busy schedule talking to us. And we wish you all the very best with the activities throughout the globe.
Thank you. To conclude this, you see, Indians had been doing this for millennia. They went world over, never fought wars, traded a great way. They were the best traders world over, but with moral practices. And that's why they were received everywhere. And while they traded, they also they also spread the message of Krunavanto Vishwamaryam. Make everybody a civilized society, a cultured society, all the societies. So our ancestors did the same. They faced terrible challenges, like our ships traveled from the south of Bharat, like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and those parts, and traveled across the world. People from the north walked across the Himalayas, went to Tibet, went to China, went to Japan, went to Siberia, went to other parts of the world, even Mexico, but never had to fight the wars, but won over the heart by their love, by their knowledge, by their wisdom and moral life. So the same mission continues. What our ancestors and rishis and munis did, we just are humbly trying to recreate that kind of our global responsibility being exercised by the generation that lives it now, and for future generations, the youth and the kids we are promoting.
Thank you very much, Shyamji, and wish you all the best. Thank you. Namaste.